All right, guys, and welcome along to my channel, Old School Gunner. How are you getting on, guys? I'm just waking up, even though it's a little bit late, believe it or not. I've had a head cold the last couple of days. I was off work yesterday, meant to be off work today, but I've been called in to help. But I don't mind that. Extra shift, extra money, and it keeps me busy, which is the exact point in my life. That's what I want to be, is busy. Simple as. Any of you that know me will know the reason why. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to edit the video quick, guys, on this side. But yeah, I got up and I don't know, there was something stirring in me this morning when I got up. I mean, the game that lies ahead today is one of the biggest games we have ever faced, that Arsenal have ever faced. And I say we, because of course the fans are involved in that tooth and nail. You know, this season has been a success so far. You can say that. But to go out like we have done in the last two games and put in the performances that we have done, when you consider that the first league title in 19 years is a possibility, or was a possibility, whichever way you want to look at that. Is it a possibility anymore? I don't think so. I think it's done. I think Man City are going to win, to be honest. But when you consider the performances that the team put in the last two games, it just wasn't up to scratch. And we don't deserve to be champions for that reason. Everything you wouldn't want in a game was evident in both those matches. Lack of fire, lack of heart, no courage, no will to win. For me, it was just, what was the point of putting in all that effort for the rest of the season when they were going to just come on and do something like that? It just doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Of course, the loss of William Saliba is a big blow, no doubt. I mean, I'm not stupid. He transforms the team when he's in it. We play a different way. We can commit more to the attack. We can push further high up the field. We can push further up the field with him, play higher up the field, because he dictates from the back. You know what I mean? And we have that sense of security in the defence. But when he's not there, it's a completely different story. And now it looks like our title chances are gone down the drain. In my opinion, it's a done deal already. I don't think we're going to be champions. But like I said, at least let's go out and prove ourselves. And let's push them all the way till the very end. That's the least we can do for the fans. That's the least we can do. Let's go out and push City all the way till the end now. If we can win today, then we have the trip to Manchester, which I believe City will win. That's why it was very important, like I said, the last two games to do something of merit and at least to take 4 points, not 2 out of 6, 4 out of 6. Then we come back today to the Emirates and we have a chance of beating Southampton after getting 4 points out of 6. And then we go to City and we put them under pressure for the remainder of the season. But 2 draws out of 2 after winning 2-0 in both games, it's just not good enough. And it's as simple as that. People can have their own opinions. That's mine. Look, I've supported the club since 1993, yeah. So 30 years, guys. Yeah, I supported the club 30 years. I'm older than I look. Well, I'm not going to say I know more than the next fan, yeah. But look, the fans deserve better. The club deserves better. I'm not saying that we win the league every season, but when we put ourselves in the position we were in, and the last 2 games then, they just capitulate like that. People saying bottle job, this and that, fans of other teams loving it. I mean, they can say what they want, they can have their opinions, fair enough. But at the end of the day, it's what happens on the field is what dictates. And the team let themselves down. And the manager let themselves down. And they let the fans down with the manner of the performances. And this is when we were in with a shout of our first league title in 19 years. Whether Saliba was on the field or not, there was a lot of lackluster performances out there. I would be ashamed if I was one of those players going in at halftime and going in at full time after putting in a performance like that. I would be embarrassed. I mean, Thomas Partey didn't cover himself in glory, guys. Some of the other players didn't do enough. And this is where we find ourselves. You know what I mean? We had a realistic opportunity, a realistic chance to actually become champions before the Liverpool game. We got something out of Anfield. The West Ham game, we scraped the draw, and we scraped the draw at Anfield. I mean, 2 points out of 6 was not good enough for a team going for a title. We needed to at least win one of those. And like I said, then today would be a different situation. We would not be 4 points ahead with City with a game in hand. We'd be like 6 points ahead. And we'd have the Southampton game and the trip to City to come. We needed to bank the points before we went to City, because no one goes to the Etihad and gets something, to be honest. That for me is a straight L. We want to lose that. So it was important to win the other games, and we couldn't do that. And now this is where we find ourselves. Even if we beat Southampton today, the ball is in City's court. That's how I see things. And we have a tougher run in. We also have to face Chelsea. We also have to face Newcastle. Okay, Chelsea aren't setting the world on fire right now. But Newcastle, they're going great. Look, I need to head off to work soon, so I'm going to keep this pretty concise. I'm not going to go on about the games we have to play. I'm not going to talk about the past performances. I'm going to talk about the club and the history of the club. And the fans that have been winning 19 years. What about poor Claude? God rest his soul. You know what I mean? What about Heavy D? God rest his soul. What about David Rocastle? God rest his soul. What about people like that? What do you think they would think of this now? The way the team have been playing recently. It's in the title, guys. It's now or never. Time to put up or shut up. You know what I mean? The league is gone, in my opinion. And look, I can't change the way I feel. You have to be realistic about things. City are breathing down our necks, and we're after falling apart. And today, I think is going to be a challenge. I was on the way to work the last day and we were playing West Ham, and I saw we were 2-0 up within 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it was, who cares? I remember thinking, geez, you know what I mean? Not bad, fellas. Of course, that turned into a nightmare show. Saka missed the penalty, through no fault of his own. It happens. Okay, he was having a nightmare. He shouldn't have even been on the field. He put in a terrible performance. He didn't play well all game, but he missed the penalty. No fault of his own. It happens in football. And they hit us immediately up the field, and they went from possible 3-1 to 2-2. And it was game, set, and match. The heads dropped. That's all we got. We just squeaked the point out of it, which was no good to us. You know what I mean? A point was no good. So this is the kind of thing that was going on. Jesus taken off after an hour. Beyond me why that happened. I mean, the guy is young. I think he's 24. He's fully fit. He's strong. He can play 90 minutes. Our most dangerous attacking threat. Let's take him off anyway, because, you know, it's not like we need goals. Arteta really showed his naivety and his inexperience as a manager in these situations. Yeah? In these situations, he's not used to it. And that was basically the main problem. He showed his inexperience and his immaturity in these situations. And this is Mikel Arteta I'm talking about, guys. You can agree, you can disagree, you can say what you like, but that's my opinion. That's my opinion. His inexperience and his immaturity in these situations cost us. Because he made the wrong decisions, the wrong substitutions, tactically, everything just went out the window. And this is the result of it. Am I confident ahead of today's game, even though they're relegation threatened? No, I'm not. Because I know what went on in the last two games. I saw for myself. I am not confident. Look, I've been Arteta out there. I'm not just banging on that drum now because things are not going well. But that's the way I have been about it this season. But here's where that links into the story. I said to myself and I said to other Arsenal fans, the way the team were performing this season and the effort that they put in, and they did put in a lot of effort, but we didn't sign the quality players we need to back up guys like Saliba when they get injured. But they did put in a lot of effort. Yeah. And I respected that, and I respected the efforts of Arteta. And I said to everyone I know, let's get behind the team and let's support them this season and let's push because they're making an effort. Let's come out and let's support them. They've given us happy memories. There's a certain positivity in the team at the moment. But in the last January transfer window, we did not cover ourselves in glory because we were paper thin. Saliba gets injured, and he looked fit and he looked strong and said Gabriel for so long. He gets injured through no fault of his own, a back injury. God knows when he'll come back. Try to rush him back for the City game and try to save things. With or without him, we're not going to win that game. So what does it matter? Don't rush the guy back. If he's not fit for the City game, don't bring him back and try to push him in there hoping we can scrape something. That is not professional. And we're not going to win the game either. So what's the point of pushing him back? With or without him, we're not going to get something in that City. But that's making Arteta's decision, but I'm telling you now, that is the wrong decision to make. Hope we can get something by bringing him back. He's not going to sway that game. They've got too many good players. Manchester City I'm talking about now. But definitely that inexperience, it cost us. Not just from Arteta, though, from the team also. And it's a pity the way things have gone now, because this is the situation we find ourselves in. This is the predicament we find ourselves in. A lot of Arsenal fans are let down. A lot of Arsenal fans are disappointed, which I understand. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, that's football. We go again. Hopefully we can get the win today. But honestly, the league title is over. The league title is gone. That's there for City now. That's how I see things. I've seen enough in the last two games to cause me a lot of concern. A lot of concern. You know what I mean? So I don't think, I don't think it's possible for us now anymore, to be perfectly honest. My prediction today, 2-1, 3-1 if we're lucky. But I honestly think we have to be careful because they are fighting for their lives, Southampton. They are rock bottom of the league, and I know now they're on a wretched run, low in confidence, this, that, and the other. But we have our own problems, playing under a lot of intensity and pressure maybe. But we need to be careful against them because they are fighting for their lives. They're fighting tooth and nail to avoid the drop. And a team like that is always dangerous. We need to go out and we need to impose ourselves. We can't expect them to give us a couple of soft goals and we cruise along. We need to impose ourselves. And if we get 2-0 up, for God's sake, go for number 3 and go for number 4. Don't do what we did in the previous 2 games and just drop off completely. Especially against West Ham, we just dropped off at 2-0 and invited them onto us. In any situation, in any game, you need to present an attacking threat throughout the 90 minutes. Whether you're winning 1-0 or 7-0, there needs to be a threat up front. After 60 minutes, we took that threat off. Jesus played right into their hands. Okay, they were already back in the game by then, but it didn't help things. So there you have it, guys. My prediction for the game, I hope we can win. But the way the team is playing, nothing will surprise me. All right, I'm going to be at work when the game starts. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff tonight, so we'll have a bit of time to ponder it and to see what goes on by the time it comes around. I'll have some time, a bit of reflection. By reflection, I mean putting my fist through the TV. Stapes in with a comment just before I drop off. The big man, I'm not disappointed, buddy. This is a sign of things to come now. We will be challenging for the next years now, and we will fight them. Sometimes there is no shame in that. Yeah, that is true, but it is though, like, we've held the lead all season, and the last 2 games were disappointing, and the performances were not up to scratch. We could have at least put City under more pressure, going into the game at the Etihad. At least beat the Hammers. No disrespect to them. Come here today, Southampton, do a job on them, and put City under that pressure when we go to the Etihad. They're probably going to beat us anyway at the Etihad, but at least we would have made it difficult for them. Definitely, the last time out against West Ham, some of Arteta's decisions were not up to scratch, regardless of who was on the field. Don't take off the most dangerous player, Gabriel Jesus. He was our one hope. Anyway, I respect your opinion, man, and I hope you're keeping well, yeah? And thank you for coming on my channel, and it's good to hear from you, man. I know you've had your own stuff going on, which I'm not going to go into, but I'm here to support you, yeah? Anytime, anywhere you need me, you let me know. I'll be there. You need me, man, you let me know. I got your back. I'm in London. You ever need me, man, you need some reinforcements, you need a bit of muscle, you let me know. I'll come down. No problem. I'll bring a few lads with me. You know what I mean? But yeah, take care of yourself, yeah? And have a nice day. And I got to head off to work now because I got called in. But it's good for me, extra money. And keep me busy because match days like today, I tend to get stressed. You know what I mean? I tend to get a bit agitated. So, but yeah, I'm serious, man. You ever need me, man? You want to have a chat? Any problem, you let me know. I'll take care of it. I gotta head off work now, man. Simple as. I'm gonna leave Gosaurus alone. I hope your son is keeping well anyway. And yeah, I still remember that game we went to, man. Just after I hit arrived back in London after being in South America. That Southampton game, it was Southampton, remember? And we met a few of your friends outside the supporters bar before the game. We were having a couple of pints outside, and Alfie was there. All right, happy memories, man. Good times. And that was Southampton as well, as far as I remember. And we won that day. Hopefully today, Lady Luck will shine down on us too, man. But yeah, take care of yourselves, yeah, and have a nice day. And yeah, 3-0, yeah, 3-0, man. And then we got separated coming out of the ground because there were so many people. They closed the gates at the subway station, at the underground station. And I was on one side, you were at the other. I goes, just head home, man. I'll see you later. Yeah, but I was strolling along. That was a miserable day, but a great result. And the seats, top class, man, right up the front. You know what I mean? Front row, as I remember. Absolute perfect view of the game. Are you going to the game today? Anyway, I got to head off. I got to get ready for work. Go on. Take care of yourself, yeah? And keep the dream alive, man. Keep the dream alive. Come on, you gooners. Like this video off me, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click on that notifications bell and subscribe. Yeah, well, this man is going to be coming up with his own channel at some point, yeah? That was my foot in there. This man will be coming up with his own channel at some point, and when he does, I'll be there to support it. A die-hard fan, a pure blood like myself, 100% behind the Gunners. Win, lose, or draw. So give this man his props and his respect. And like I said, when you decide to start up your own channel, man, I will support it. And I will get everybody to come in and support it. You know what I mean? I'll pass the word. I will big you up my channel morning, noon, day, night. All right, I got to head off, man. God help us today is all I can say. And God bless the team. God bless Arteta. And let's hope we can take the 3 points and at least put City under some kind of pressure before we head to Manchester. All right, guys, enjoy the game. Come on, you Gooners. Big up yourselves, lads. It's been one hell of a season for us. Big up Stakes, man. Enjoy your day. Peace.